The toughest part of being a clown is what the heck do you do when you find an even bigger clown? Like this guy, for example. Ooh.
Impersonate somebody else. Dreams.
One of the nicest thing about the enemy team in Overwatch is when they are panicking and get streaming one by one.
Justice served.
And they all got killed. They say people wanted 6v6 because of the rose-tinted glasses. But here's the worst thing about 5v5, is that as soon as the tank overstretch and dies, the rest of your team dies. There's a reason why Venture never got any custom skins. Can you guess why? Well, here's a hint.
That really helps. Taking names from Stratus.
One of the most infuriating thing about Overwatch is when you have to play hit scan and have to have 100% accuracy all the time, while your opponent just needs to hold left click. And they call this skill issue. Woo! 5v5 is just fine, fellas. You don't need 6v6, because all you need is just one tank who knows when to pop his ult.
No one can hold me.
And this is why nobody will contest a point.
Isn't it great when you find a Lifeweaver who knows when to pop their pedal platform? Unfortunately, he's not on the blue team. Oh.
Okay, thanks.
One of the greatest thing about Overwatch is when you start a game and get in a point, and then you witness something amazing.
Over there! One over here!
And that's what I told Soldier, and I saw everything, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Woohoo! Did you know that for Venture, there's a secret pact between the Overwatch devs and the player base? And that they will never nerf Venture into oblivion, but in exchange, they will never release a custom skin for Venture. Ooh. No matter how much they nerf Genji, he will always be one of the most OP characters in Overwatch, simply because of how much passive and other skills that Genji has. So the only contentious point is whether the Genji player has the skills to keep Genji alive. Did you know that in Overwatch you only get one tank? So that way, when the tank dies, the whole battle is over. Ooh. And they say 6v6 is just nostalgia. There is only one right way to play McCree in Overwatch, and that is by becoming an invisible man. This is because you can wipe out all the healers, and the tank will never even notice. Definitely not a skill issue. One of the weirdest thing about Overwatch balance is that they gave the most powerful damage potential to a DPS character with minor healing abilities. Why did they even bother to put Yari in support? Just replace Yari's healing abilities with rockets or something. Lucio mains are always the weirdest mains in Overwatch. I mean, all they do is just stand around and do nothing, and then they just complain every time they nerf Lucio, but no matter how much they nerf them, Lucio is still the most OP character in the game. There's no way they can nerf the frog out of meta. Did you know that Zenyatta is the lowest skill character in Overwatch? All they have to do is press Q and they get play the game. After that, all they have to do is just stand around in the back and wait for the rest of the team to do their jobs. Junkrat mains have the hardest job in Overwatch. It is, after all, the highest skill hero that Blizzard ever put out. Not only did they have to keep pressing left click, they also have to point the screen in the general direction of the enemy characters. I don't know how they put up with this. There's only one other character other than Bastion that has more skins. And this is why there are more Kiriko players in the game than every other characters combined. They all play so much Kirikos that they have the best headshot accuracy even compared to Hanzo mains. Overwatch plays best when your team knows how to play the game. As a team. When that happens, you as McCree don't have to sneak around the back and you just need to wait for Orisa to come down. And then you just press Q for play of the game. Hanzo mains have the easiest job in Overwatch. It is, after all, the lowest skilled hero that Blizzard ever put out. All they had to do is just press and hold left click repeatedly and point the screen to any general direction they like to get headshots. Even a baby can get play of the game. Don't you hate it when you are just goofing around in Overwatch? I don't know, waiting for the enemy team to respawn. Then suddenly, the Genji decided to 1v5 your entire team. So you could just beat the crap out of him, but using all your ults would have been a statement instead. Cheers, love, the cavalry's here. Now, one of the most annoying thing about Tracer is that your pulse bomb can only stick to one person. So it really is nice when the enemy team would just group up and stick together. What you looking at? Now, Zarya is a hard counter to D.Va, not only because her beam cannot be blocked by defense matrix, but also because you can just shield her ult like that and save the whole team, and there's nothing D.Va can do about it. And then you can just D-make her again. Here's an advantage in 5v5. Something that can't happen if you're running 6v6 in the old Overwatch. When you're standing in front of the enemy tank, they will just ignore you and shoot at your healers. That way, you're free to shoot at the tank and eliminate them. Here's a tip to counter a Genji. Now, a Genji will always jump up in front of you and try to deflect anything you shoot at him. So all you gotta do is just throw him a big piece of boulder. Deflect that, you little piece of shit. I'm always jealous at healer mines. Everybody protects healer mines, but you always be the first one to see a Genji trying to go around the back. That sneaky little bastard. What does he think he is? Trying to get to that health pack. Not on my watch, you little piece of shit. Venture. The only character in Overwatch that will never get a custom skin. But you can always be sure that the ultimate will always be strong, the abilities will never run out, and the primary attack will always eliminate your enemies. Rock on, Venture Mines. Bastion always have a special abilities, I tells you. Something that's always a knight to Bastion main, and that is looking through walls at flankers. Which means they can follow and track the enemies even through behind walls. And eliminate them all. A true heart carrier, I tells you.